am Ed Salick, and the show is in honor of. And with us, as always, is our co-host, retired Colonel Paul Dietrich. Thanks, Paul, for putting it together again, as usual. And we have three special guests with us today. And let me introduce them first. With Mike Salsona.
Yeah.
Bruno Andolfo, who's been with us with Rolling Thunder on a number of cases. And Bill Ahern. Bill is the president of the Staten Island Tuna Club. Bill, explain to us why you're here today.
Well, let me just say this first. The Staten Island Tuna Club is celebrating their 80th year as a premier fishing club, and I believe that we're the oldest fishing club in the region by far. We have a special tournament for the military veterans, for all 5 branches of service. And they're welcome to come have a free day at Atlantis Marina on July the 9th, on June the 9th, 6:30 in the morning registration to 8 o'clock breakfast. We'll do the pomp and circumstance that is necessary, that's required by a tournament like this. We'll do the God Bless America. We'll serve breakfast. We'll get out fishing. We'll give everybody a box lunch. You'll come back in again. We'll give you dinner. In the meantime, you're going to be out there doing your best to get a 50-pound striped bass. Now, there'll be other prizes in the tournament other than the 50-pound striped bass, but that 50-pound striped bass is a $100,000 prize, and that will be shared by captains. We donate 25% of our proceeds after expenses to the Silla Foundation to build a smart home. In the past 3 years, we have donated $45,000 to breast cancer, Make a Mark. And we are also fundraising to get our own building so we could do seminars. We do seminars with children now. We beg, rent, and borrow rooms and stuff like that. And our goal is to keep them off the streets. If anybody gets to see our calendar, it's pretty in depth of what's in there. This is what we do. Each month has got pictures. It's got various pictures of fishing of our local members. It's got pictures of children in here at our seminar. There's pictures of children in here out fishing, the pink ribbon tournament, with the breast cancer. There are pictures in here with our military and the AFI, which is our premium tournament for the year. And as you can see on the bottom here, we've got numbers and everything for help with drugs. And we are a legitimate 501c3. We are a full charity organization. And so we wound up with 39 boats out last year with 94 vets on board. Now, we could take a lot of vets out, almost unlimited, if we had more boats and if we had more sponsors. You could look on Facebook, SI Tuna Club. You can look on our website, situnaclub.com, or you can email us at situnaclub@gmail.com. And if you get a flyer, we could email it to you and get you to fly that way, or if you see it around, there's a Staten Island event, Staten Island, New York City, and it'll have all the information on there. If you need a phone number to call.
Sure. It's up to you.
All right. I'll give you my phone number to call. All right, the president. 917-751-7840. We have raffles. We have food. We've got everything that you would expect out of a first-rate tournament. The Atlantis Marina, where we have it on June the 9th, is a first-rate marina. It's a beautiful marina. It has cobblestone patios, tables and chairs, beautiful building. It's got a nice raised walkway around the circle building. It very good to act as a stage for us. And we will be taking pictures of the fleet whenever we leave the dock. We'll all join up somewhere at one of the lighthouses right outside our harbor, and we'll have a drone up there taking pictures of all of us whenever the bell goes off and we get underway, which will happen on your two-way radio. It is really, really a magnificent event. And I want to thank Ed Salick and Paul Dietrich for inviting me and the Staten Island Tuna Club and my fellow veterans. All three of us are veterans. I was in 61 to 64 Army. I'll let these guys introduce themselves. And thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank you. My name is Bruno. Served from 85 to 91 United States Army, was a multi-channel equipment operator and repair. I also served, out of that term, I did 27 months with the 82nd Airborne Division.
Yeah. My name's Mike Flasone. I served the United States Marine Corps from 69 to 71. I was in Vietnam from 70 to 71. And I was basic grunt, an infantryman.
Well, welcome, and thank you for your service, and welcome home, all three of you. Yeah.
Thank you for your
I
continuing
need to do
service.
something very important.
Go ahead.
I want to mention something else very important. With our veterans that we take out, there is no reason why they can't go unless they don't want to go. It is a free day. If they're physically capable to get on a boat and get off a boat, you're welcome to come. I have quad amputees, triple amputees. I have double amputees, single amputees. We have guys with that are paralyzed from the waist down in other areas. PTSD. It doesn't make any difference what is wrong with you. If you want to enjoy a free day of fishing with your buddies, and you're going to be with all the different branches of the service, it's a magnificent day. And we will travel to get you if we can. We've got guys coming from upstate. We had some guys coming in from Texas. We've had guys coming in from other states to come in and join our tournament. And the word is getting around, and it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And we really, really, really put out the red carpet for you guys. If anybody deserves it, you men and women of our armed services definitely deserve it. Welcome, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I know last year we promoted this, and we got quite a few calls here, people saying, well, how do I get involved? And we were able to forward them on to you.
Yeah.
And anybody that went had a great time. You know.
Yes. I can say from my own experience, I was able to go, I think it was 3 or 4 years ago, I was able to go out on an event, and it's a beautiful day out. Mm-hmm. You're out, you're on the water, you're with other veterans, and you're fishing. And I would say to veterans, if any of you have PTSD or issues like that, this is a perfect chance for you to get out and relax. Yeah. And that's a very good thing for getting yourself back into society, and it costs you nothing.
We've also had TBIs out there too.
Yes, yes.
And one of the things that I also need to mention is that we can grow. We would like to grow in numbers, but the only way we can grow in numbers is more boats and more sponsors for boats. As we all know, a tournament like this costs money to run. And we can give you details on sponsorship, and the more sponsors we get, the more boats we can get. The more boats we can get, the more we can put more military people out there. And the more we do that, and the more the word gets around, other people will be copying our tournament. And then, of course, this country, it'll be a magnificent thing to watch,
Sure.
and to see and to do and be involved in.
Mm-hmm. How long have you been fishing?
Whoa, since I was a kid. Do I have to tell you how old I am?
No.
I'm 75 years old, and I've been fishing since I was old enough to hold a rod.
Hey.
You know, guys with wheelchairs, and I've seen there, and they had one guy there that had a Segway, which is the two wheels. I think he was a triple amputee.
Right.
The accessibility and the help there with anybody with any type of physicality, you know, with any type of physical issues, there you get a top-notch treatment. I mean, aside from being a veteran, you go in and it's everything is you're catered to for the day. Basically, that's what it is. And at one point, you know, I've been to it for 3 years. You know, you're at the table. People will bring food to you. If you want to get it yourself, that's fine. But even getting in the boats, the transfers in the boat, you're in a wheelchair and you're in the boat, and the captain is like, he's got his eye on you. I mean, they're passing by and they're checking and they're constantly making sure everything is okay. So if you have any type of physical disability or if you're in a wheelchair, it's...
Don't let that stop you.
Yeah, the care is just... and the concern for someone, their safety and all around attention is just top notch.
How long have you been a fisherman, Mike?
I just started fishing with them. You know, I mean, my brother was a big fisherman, and I've always been around fishermen. But I had started with the Tuna Club again. You know, I did the classic 1960s. You know, you came home from Vietnam and you just went on your own. But so recently,
We
you know,
talk about that all the time.
Yeah,
Guys
but-
came home from Nam and number
Yeah.
one, they never even served as far as they were concerned.
right.
You know,
And I think, you know, I guess 40 plus years later, you're looking back at organizations and events like this, you know, it's almost like what we waited for 40 years to happen, and
Now
we
it's
want to
here.
make this the norm. This is
Right.
how it should have been way back. So the only way for it to happen is actually for the veterans themselves, not the public, you know, the private sector, but the veterans themselves going out and bringing more and more veterans in and supporting, you know, events like this.
that's very important.
Yeah.
Bruno, how about you? How long you been a fisherman?
Well, happy to say I've been a fisherman about 30 plus years. Fished every boat from Brooklyn, Sheepshead Bay, Garrettson Beach, Staten Island. Had my own boat for a number of years, and there's nothing like getting out on the water and catching fish. It really isn't. There isn't. So like Paul said, it's a great form of therapy. It really is. To get out there early in the morning and get out on that water, it looks like glass, and just like cruise until you get to your destination and just start catching fish is nothing like it. There really isn't. So yeah. So I mean, like another sense, if you want to keep this going, that, you know, the more the merrier, the more boats, the more sponsors we get, the bigger the event will be. Plain and simple, you know.
I don't think it matters what size boat either, correct?
Well, it doesn't make too big of a difference because it's Bay Area and it's inshore, close to the shoreline. We're not going offshore. So striped bass are migratory species that follow the coastline.
Yeah.
So you don't need that big of a boat. But if you're going to take a boat out, let me explain to you some of the duties. First of all, the $100,000 prize if it gets hit for the 50 plus. The 25 of that's going to go to Silla Foundation for Build a Smart Home.
Sure.
And then there'll also be a check from us on top of that for the smart home, for the balances that we managed to accumulate. $25,000 will go toward the vets on the boat. $25,000 will go to the captain and crew on the boat, and $25,000 will go to the sponsor of the boat. So, as you can see, it's a living entity. The sponsor sponsors the boat. The boat's got the captain. He donates the fuel. He donates the tackle. He donates the bait and the time. The veteran gets on the boat, and he'll get money too. I mean, there's more than one veteran on the boat.
Yep.
You're going to share the money. And then if you have the Solar Foundation, which is we found them right away off the bat, which is the thing we really wanted to do, was build a smart home. I think that Mike might want to say something about that.
Yeah, I'm the first Vietnam veteran in the nation that the Silla Foundation is building a smart home for. And I'm staying here on Staten Island,
Excellent.
too. The Silla Foundation was building homes for catastrophically injured veterans post, 9/11. And I've been working with them for a number of years. I don't know whether I was just a pain for being around, or I really think they just decided to step forward and say, war is a war is a war is a war,
Yeah.
And they wanted to build me a house. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
excellent.
So
The
it's
Solar
really,
Foundation, yes.
really
You deserve it.
incredible.
Yeah.
It's good for Staten Island Tuna Club.
And yeah. So you know, it's how hopefully it keeps on going.
So I'm sure it
Yeah.
will. I mean, there's enough interest out there, and God knows, if you're from Staten Island, you almost have to be a fisherman.
They're surrounded
yeah.
by water.
You're surrounded by
Yeah.
water. Yeah.
So again, if you've got a boat and you would like to participate, how would a boat owner or a boat captain get involved?
Call that number on a flyer. Try to call the flyer numbers first. I want to tell you who you're dealing with. You're dealing with Chris Barnett. Let me get my flyer. These are the guys who run the tour now. I'm the president.
go.
I got a lot of duties. Thank you. And I'd be more than happy to take your phone call, but if you would call Chris Barnett or email him, it's 973-634-7764. You can call Walter Fisher. Let me repeat that number first again. Chris Barnett, 973-634-7764. Walter Fisher, 917-375-7607. 917-375-7607. Also, you can email situnaclub@gmail.com. That's situnaclub@gmail.com. You can go to our website, situnaclub.com. situnaclub.com. Or Facebook, just look up SI Tuna Club. Facebook, just look up SI Tuna Club.
And again, that's if you're a boat or if you're a veteran who would like to try to go
A veteran,
fishing,
a boat, or a sponsor.
all the same.
Everything really starts with the sponsor down. If we had no sponsors, we couldn't have a tournament.
Sure.
And if you're in love with the military like we are, it would be very appreciative to get more sponsors so we could put some of these magnificent guys back out there again.
Well, everybody should be in love with the military because it's what's kept this country free all of these years. It's our military that has put their life on the line in order for every freedom that we have, including the idiots that are out there burning flags. They've gotten that right by the military.
Yes, they have.
And
And everything we have, every single war we've had men and women bleed red blood.
Exactly.
Every single last war we had, they all bleed red blood for us. They sacrificed this for us. How much more could you ask out of people?
Yep. Again, the event is going to be on Saturday, June 9th,
Starting at 6:30 registration.
starting at 6:30
8
registration.
o'clock registration and breakfast.
Yep. And then you should be out on the water before noon and fishing for the rest
We'll
of the
be out of
day.
the water by 9 o'clock.
Okay.
And then when we come back in, the weigh-in time, I believe, is 5. It's either 4 or 5. What does it say, 4 or 5? 4 o'clock.
It says 4 o'clock.
4
coming back
o'clock,
in.
we'll be back in to do the weigh-ins. And then when we do the weigh-ins, then we're going to have the pomp and circumstance. We're going to have a color guard. We're going to be singing God Bless America. We'll be carrying flags. And we'll have flags up on the poles around from all 5 services. And every year we get a little bit better at it.
And a nice buffet dinner.
And a nice,
Yeah.
nice buffet dinner.
Yes. So again, if you're a veteran out there and you want to get involved, here's an opportunity for you to go out with other veterans. Again, remember all of our panel here today are veterans, all involved in this program, and it's there to help you. Nice Saturday coming up in June. Maybe it'll stop raining and be a little warmer by
There you
then. The way the weather's been out here today, I'm glad I'm not going out this morning fishing. But
And for those of you who like a little extra spice in your life, there will be Calcuttas.
okay.
And another point I'd like to make is, if you're interested in attending the event, make sure you call. I don't think you can show up at the dock
No.
and say, I want to be in.
No, it's not appropriate. No.
it's not
Because we've got
appropriate.
all the boats assigned. A captain assigned to so many vets. Each vet knows where they're supposed to go, and it would make things more difficult.
Right, exactly. So it's very important that, if you're going to take part in the event, and I encourage everyone to take part in the event because it's a great thing. The fact that an organization that's in standing for 80 years is taking a day out to make sure that they honor all of our military personnel, okay? And it just ties in right around Memorial Day,
Yep. Right after Memorial.
Right
right
after
after
Memorial
Memorial Day, and it's a wonderful thing that they're doing, and don't let it go to waste.
Right, and smaller ways you can get up sponsorships too. Is that if you got a group of buddies, like I belong to the Washington Cowles Post, so I go up there every year, make my little presentation. And if you guys want, I can make a presentation in another post too. And they chip in this amounts of money until they get to the sponsorship level they need to get to, and then they'll take some guys from their club, and they'll put them out
Yep.
underneath that sponsorship. If you got a whole bunch of buddies or anything else like that who may not want to go, but you want to help out, take charge and then collect some money and get to a sponsorship level, and we get guys out that way. And you don't have to donate that much money as a crowd.
Yeah.
What is the sponsorship level?
Well, it's $1,000 to put a boat out.
Okay,
And we have higher sponsorships. We have event sponsorships. We have tournament sponsorships, corporate sponsorships that go higher. It's always nice to have corporations help you. And if any corporations are listening to this, we really do need your help. Some corporations offer equal matching money to employees. If they donate, they'll equal it,
right.
and things like that. And these are the things we depend on to be able to run this tournament. We all know you just can't do it without fundraising
Sure.
and paying for a lot of stuff that goes on out there.
Okay. Paul, you got the flyer there. Would you read off those numbers again?
Sure. Again, whether you want to sponsor a boat, whether you want to provide a boat and captain and crew, or whether you want to go fishing with the veterans, Chris Bennett,
Yeah.
973-634-7764. Walter Fisher, 917-375-7607. Or their website, situnaclub.com, or email situnaclub@gmail.com.
Facebook,
Facebook,
SI Tuna Club.
SI Tuna Club. These are ways you can get in touch with them. I strongly encourage everybody to go. And again, as I said, I can't be there that day, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would. It's a great day. Get out on the water with your fellow veterans and have a good time.
By the way, this taping is going to be shown where?
This will be shown on Channel 37,
Verizon.
on FiOS, and Channel 1997 on
Spectrum.
Spectrum. I almost said Time Warner.
Time Warner,
on
right.
Spectrum. We'll probably have it on the air about 40 times over the
And
next
YouTube,
couple of
what about
days.
YouTube?
And then I'll post it on YouTube as soon as it's ready and edited, which will probably be in a day or two. Okay? And you go on YouTube under my name, Ed Salek, S-A-L-E-K. You'll see all of the shows that I do. I do 2 shows. I do Island Hop, which is a music show, and I do In Honor Of, which is a veteran show. All of our shows are posted, and you just go and you'll see the most recent show there, and it'll be on YouTube. And if you got people that are not within the viewing area here, you call them, tell them to go on YouTube. They'll be able to see the show and take part in the event if they're interested. And we certainly do encourage that. Okay. Any closing thoughts before we wrap it up, Bill?
I really want to thank you, Ed, and I really want to thank Paul, and I want to thank Mike, and I want to thank
Bruno.
Bruno. I met him today. Bruno, for coming here and supporting the Staten Island Tuna Club. It's an organization that tries very hard and is very worthy of what you're doing for us, and we try to give it all back. So thank you again.
And you're right. You are giving it all back. That's
Yeah.
great. Yeah. Bruno, any closing thoughts?
Get out to this tournament. I missed it last year, but I'm not going to miss it this year.
Okay. Hey, Mike?
Yeah, I think Staten Island as a community, we're very strong supporters of the veteran world or their lives, and I think this is a chance for us to join again together.
That's a wonderful thing about Staten Island.
Yeah,
Staten
we
Island
are
is,
just incredible.
we're not part of New York City. I don't care what they say.
Yeah, you go to Manhattan and wherever you go, there isn't that much support
Community.
as you see in Staten Island.
Yeah.
It's just, first responders and our military is.
Exactly.
So, supporting this will only.
The only thing I'd like to say about this is I'm sorry we couldn't have gotten it out on the air earlier because, again, I think getting this type of event out onto the air, onto YouTube, is important for you to be able to get both the sponsors, the boats, and the veterans involved. So next year we've got to try to get it in earlier, get the show out there earlier, and
Absolutely.
and get the publicity that you need to get the veterans involved in this kind of event.
I'd also like to say, if you have any trouble getting Chris or Walter, I gave my number before, call me. Call me third. But if you can't get them, I'd be more than happy to take your call. And that's Guy Bill Ahern. My father's name was Guy. They call me Bill. And my number is 917-751-7840.
Well, I'd like to thank all of you gentlemen for being here today and bringing this to us. Here at CTV, we will always support what you're doing with the Tuna Club.
Thank you very much.
And you're welcome anytime to come back on and talk about it. And like Paul says, we don't have to wait till the last minute to do it. You call us and we'll do a show right away. It's important to get that information out there. And I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for your service.
Absolutely.
And welcome home.
And you too.
Thank you. And before we say goodbye, I want to take time out. I got to thank my crew because they're always in here. They're doing all of my shows, and they work hard at getting it done. Rosemary, as always, directing and making sure everything is done perfectly. And thank you so much, Rosemary. On audio, we have Roman in there, and Roman, he goes out of his way to make sure it's right. And out here we have the #1 cameraman, JR. He's always here with us and making everything happen. You just keep watching in honor of. We love you for watching, and we will continue to bring you shows. Oh, we forgot the Staten Island
If
Tuna
you see
Club
anybody
jacket.
walking down the street with this jacket, you don't even need to read it. All you know is they're a member of the Staten Island, a member of the Staten Island Tuna Club. This is our symbol jacket. So, you become a member, get one.
Yeah, it's got the marine colors too.
There you go.
Yeah.
You keep watching
They
in
let
honor of.
Marine to try to take all the credit.
You keep watching in honor of. We love you for watching, and we'll continue
you
to
do.
bring shows to you.